Also, if any of you have a professional experience that you'd like to share with other artists on CAR, like I invite you all to write an artist story for our website. There's guidelines along the left there's a community content block. It has the guidelines. It's just like a page and a half short essay about, how you set up your studio or how you balance family with keeping your practice going, or just different issues that would be useful to other artists. If you write one of these for us, we will feature it in our newsletter, which goes out to 17,000 artists every month now. And then our site has extremely high Google rankings. So if you write one for us, then if anyone Googles your name, that artist story will be very high up in the Google rankings. So that's another way through our site. And you can do that through other kinds of sites too that have really high Google rankings.
So this goes back to what I was talking about in terms of currencies. The currencies of the information economy is attention and reputation. You want to establish some form of reputation on the internet. It could be through a story that you write. It could be through a blog that you make of someone else's work. Because what happens is exactly what Martin said. You write about someone, that person notices who you are. And then that person might follow you to see how you are, sort of what you're doing, because they are interested in your work. It's about that specific set of group of people who have specific interests. And you want to establish a reputation online, because if once you do that, then people come to you and they constantly link to you rather than you going out to post.
A really extreme example of that, I did this project at the MCA for their 12 by 12 series in 2007. It was on their website. A curator in Korea who was curating a biennial was doing online research to find artists that matched the theme of his show. He found my work and I was invited to be in this biennial, and so they flew me to Korea and I did a project in Korea just from my website actually being there. And I actually even put it up right before the show because I'm like, gee, if I have a show at the MCA, I should have a website so that people can learn more about me if they go to the show. So I had it up maybe 6 weeks before the show opened. They saw one image on the MCA site. They Googled me. They found my website, saw more of my work, and then I got to go to Korea. So it can be very powerful.
So I'm confused. So are we supposed to be on Twitter and Google? There was somebody was talking about earlier that if you were on one thing, everything else links up instead of spending time going on every site.
There's this one tool called Hootsuite, which you can use to post it's called Hootsuite, like it's got a little cute owl as its icon, and you can post you can write little posts and have links and then choose whether it goes to Facebook or Twitter or both. So you don't have to be going back and forth between the two. Google Plus doesn't have one yet. You kind of have to go there on its own, but it's still kind of taking shape what it's for and how it's valuable.
So I figured that out today.
You did?
Yeah.
You figured out.
There's an aggregator for Google Plus too.
So if you go to, for those of you who have a Facebook, I don't want to show you my Facebook, but if you go to your Facebook page, see, that's why I don't want to show you my Facebook. Believe it or not, that's my professor. So if you go to mobile, you will get an email, somewhere here, you will get an email to you, and all you need to do in Google Plus is to set that email up as your who you send it to. So if you say something, you can. This is the email that came from Facebook. So if you post something in Google Plus, it posts it to Facebook as well.
That's great.
Explain that one more time. I didn't quite get it. You tell Google.
No, so you go to Facebook and find the email address that you need that Facebook gives you. And then in Google Plus, do you have Google Plus accounts? So this is only if you have Google Plus and Facebook and you want to connect it. But in Google Plus, then you can put that email address and it'll cross-post. So if you post in Facebook, it'll post to Google Plus, it'll post in...
And the thing that's really different about Google Plus is that you can have lots of different groups of people that you post to separately. You can have one group that's just for an interest that you have, like you would on Twitter, and then you can have another group for your really close friends. You can have another group for your curators and art colleagues, for example. So like on Facebook right now, I have to think about posting for people in a way that's both personal and professional, because I have those all mixed together on Facebook. But on Google Plus, I can post different things to different groups of people, which is a little bit more like how you are in life. So you have a little bit more control to segment how you interact with different groups.
I'm sorry, I can't show you that because somehow it's not going down.
I know with a lot of Facebook and Twitter, you have the ability to, I think through Facebook, if you have a Twitter account, there's a place where you can enter what your Twitter name is. So anytime you send a tweet, it will automatically show up on your Facebook page. So you can link them that way. You just have to go into the settings and tools and find where it'll let you, connect your Flickr account and connect your Twitter account and all of that. And another thing I was going to recommend that I've heard other people suggest is have 2 Facebook accounts. One is your personal account. It is your name. You have all your friends from high school and beyond that you make inappropriate remarks to, post funny pictures of, that sort of thing. And then you have your professional one. So for me, it would be, Allison Koblis Art, or Allison Koblis Creative Projects, or something like that. And that's where I would seek out people within my professional community to friend to that page. That's where I would post updates about my work, my shows, my events, that sort of thing. And you can create a network of professional people there that really does keep it separate, so that you don't have to be you still need to be careful, but you don't have to, worry that how you respond to your friend is going to affect how someone views you as a professional. That was a suggestion that I've heard made.
That is a great suggestion if you're used to using Facebook.
Yes.
And I don't know that anybody here really,
You can make a page.
you can make a page
Facebook
pretty
page.
easily,
Yeah.
and you can interact on that. I don't know that a lot of the people that don't use Facebook on a regular basis are going to go on starting to post pictures of them,
That's true.
you
That's
know.
true.
And
But-
so,
Right.
Right.
This is
Professional.
Yeah.
This is for anybody who already has a Facebook page that they've established that is more casual.
Right.
It's a good way to create a page that is sort of your profession, and you, CAC has it. I log into Facebook as my personal account, but if I want to post on the CAC page, I switch to use Facebook as page, and then I can put something up about tonight's event or next week's show or something like that, and it will show that it's posted by CAC, not by me personally. So that's a good way to keep things a little bit separate. And if you're comfortable with using Facebook, that would be an option.
And then with Google Plus, it's designed to do that all in one account.
So you can see here that you can't see all my circles, but you can have different circles, and you can say that this information only needs to go to my friends or my family or everybody. So you can say, I want everybody to know about it.
I thought you could only have one Facebook account and it had to be your real name.
Yes, but you have to have a page. It's
you're
a
talking
different,
about in the last version of Facebook where they had pages, which they called advertising.
right
You're
now.
talking about creating pages.
Right.
So,
So people don't actually friend CAC, they like us. So we don't have friends on Facebook anymore, which is what businesses tried to do before and Facebook wouldn't let you. People are able to like our Facebook page. So we have 750 people that like us, which is sort of the same, but it's different from the friends that I have on my personal account.
so I think you're answering the question that I had. So like I've got, my account, and that's for my friends and whatever. And then I've got my page, which is for my art. And but then people want to friend you. So are they like insulted if you don't let them be a friend and you only let them go to your art page? And then the other thing is I do communications for a couple of art groups. So do I just make pages for them, because I thought there was like a way to create a group. So I'm confused about how to create a group or how to have a page.
Groups are being phased out, so they're transitioning to pages, which is how they're handling organizations having a presence on Facebook.
Okay, so whoever's doing the communications for the groups uses their personal account and creates a
Create a page, and then multiple people can administrate the page as themselves as real people, but then the page has its own identity. We just moved our, I don't know, several thousand Facebook group members over to a page on Chicago Artist Resources. It's quite an undertaking for everybody who's on there as groups to move over to pages, but that's what's happening.
Facebook recently changed a lot of their policies, so you have
They
to
got
be
updates
careful.
coming up, too.
They've got lots of updates. If you look at the new Facebook page, it's actually there's a lot of changes.
They just implemented a very Google Plus circles kind of
Right,
thing, where you can have
exactly.
acquaintances and you can have other people, and that's basically just making it easier to set your settings when you, because you can not post, you can not let people see certain posts. Like that was always something that you could do, but it did take another couple steps. So
So the new interface is what you see as the girls' night out is an explicit post that my professor made that she wanted everybody to see. I don't know why, but that's but over here are the implicit, sort of the activities that someone might have done, right? So this person liked a new person and so on. So this is called timeline, and the other one is called story. So you have stories and timeline. So they shifted. So there's a lot of new changes in Facebook. So if you go in, you will see a lot of differences.
They're having a little bit of an identity crisis because of the competition, the new competition. Google Plus, specifically Google Plus, yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions? Because it's just about 8 o'clock, so any last questions in, we can wrap up. Yeah.
If possible.
Email?
I have one.
Yeah. MailChimp. And I like it's a silly name, but it's a really
I use
great.
it.
It's really beautifully designed, really user friendly. MailChimp.
it's
Like the
MailChimp.com, I
monkey.
believe. So yeah.
Like a monkey.
Oh.
Oh, it's to create
Oh yeah.
to create mailing lists.
I'll just show you an example. He's pulling up a link to an example. You can pay by the email address. They have like about 8 different levels of subscription. So you don't have to pay a lot. You can kind of really pay as you go, and it's really reasonable. It's easier to use. It has a lower barrier of entry, so you can pay less if you have a smaller list. I only have about 400 people on my personal email list. So, and it has a lot of really nice templates, and it integrates with Facebook and Twitter automatically. Those are the main reasons. I also really enjoy the interface. It's just really nicely designed. But lots of people really like, as I'm sure you know, Constant Contact, super popular.
I was using Anacondas for a while there, but it's not a user-friendly. I was having a lot of problems with that in my newsletters. So.
Really. Also, MailChimp has a lot of great reporting for click-throughs to see who opened what and how many people, and you can build lots of different lists and segment them. Is it like that too? Yeah. So here's an email that I just sent out with MailChimp.
So imagine getting this in your email. Like it's not just text, there's interactive kind of images that you can click on, and here's all this information, and it's like a newsletter, yeah. And so you can put out like a monthly newsletter on this and keep your collectors and the people that are following you interested in what you're doing and informed.
It's more professional than my Facebook presence. So there's people on my email list that I prefer to communicate with this way. This is just a PDF of the card for this talk that I just adapted a tiny bit in Photoshop. I haven't even hardly used the formatting for MailChimp for this particular one. M-A-I-L. I think it is a mail, though, from the little comments on their page.
Right.
M-A-I-L-C-H-I-M-P. Yeah, like email. Or chimp, as in monkey. Yeah.
So this is what
There
you're
it
going to
is.
see when you go to MailChimp. I think it's great, and it works. So
It works really well.
I have to say, things that work and are cute are twice as, it's like, when you have a child and then it grows up, it's like, oh, you're so cute, and you have a job.
I was told recently that if websites don't change or somehow you alter them a bit, that they keep going back and back on the page, and that Google thinks they're dead sites. So every once in a while you have to update it somehow.
Updating is key.
So what does that mean? You have to just change something on the homepage?
More or less. I mean that's all you would really have to do. I mean, it's a good idea if you're a painter to update your work.
If your work evolves, you
Yeah, well, you have to learn how to do that, to put pictures on there. So, I mean, I had somebody else design the websites that I have, and so I never changed them. And so my business one is really way back, like on page 23 or something, and it's never advanced because I haven't done anything to it. So now I have to change it.
That's why, even though I also know how to build websites, I use a template service so that I make sure it'll be really easy for me to update it.
Yeah, I should
Otherwise,
learn that.
I won't do it.
The best
Yeah.
thing to do is to put a current painting. You could just have on your home page, keep changing out
Yeah.
your most recent painting, my newest painting.
That's a good
The
idea.
easiest way.
Yeah, it's
So
super,
the other
yeah.
strategy might be to have a blog instead of a website. So they're really cheap, and so they're free practically, a lot of free blogs, and they're very easy to use. All you do is type something up and put a picture. And
I agree with that. I have websites, whatever, and again, I really didn't ever get any kind of all that now. But now, because of social media week, I have a blog, and I'm putting stuff up, daily or whatever, putting photographs up, putting things and whatever, and then linking that. That's the only thing I do is sort of like you can click onto Facebook. And so if you went on mine, Fill and Flash, you would see, basically, what happened, with Ram or what happened with whatever, and if it's important enough, like, I went to the social media thing with an alderman and John Fritchie, the commissioner, that was happening downtown. Now, that was like 2 Tuesdays ago, whatever, and I didn't know anything about this kind of stuff, basically, whatever. So now, today, I have just been upgraded to what did it say? I'm a networker. Now I've done so much that now I have a networking badge or whatever. And I don't even know what that means, but it was put up there today, and I was like, wow, I've really progressed here.
And that's really what it's for. It's really to make you feel good that you're using the services. All those badges and all that stuff, they're games, and it's really just to make it fun and to make you feel good about using these things. And works on me. I mean, I love Foursquare. Like, I want to be the mayor.
On
of
my
someplace.
blog, okay, I have like 8 or 10 people, okay, and it hasn't, again, it has not changed, you know what I mean? Basically, I expected it to, whatever, that's why I'm here in some ways, because it's sort of like, if only 8 people are looking at my photographs that something that I did, then, again, it's, how do you make that work better,
Spread around the link to your blog. Post on
Email
Facebook every time you have a new post.
Email that alderman and tell him, hey, I got a picture of you. If you can get a link on his website to your website, just be like, hey, I just took a shot of you, and here's a really great picture of you on my blog.
They put it up, and I know what happened then, because they told me that, basically, I'm a news source and stuff. I'm a news source, and I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're in more places and see more people than most people, and so you are a news source. So then they said, if you do that, then like someone like Newsweek or somebody else can link to you, because it's not so much about being, in the news business, because I was a newspaper photographer and all that. It's sort of like now it's just all about that, and you don't have to, it's sort of like being first is great, I guess, but then after that, like, that's not the way it works now. Basically, it's no, it just goes, everybody links, it's all about links. That's, that's what I was told anyway. That's why I came tonight, just to see how to be more linked. But, again, it's like,
So I hope that you all learned some very interesting, if not slightly overwhelming stuff from this. There are handouts that have some lists of places you can look for where to post videos, stuff like that, some definitions of things. And also we'll have this videoed, so it will be posted on the CAC site. So if you want to come back and revisit a part of the discussion to refresh your memory, it'll be there. I want to give a big thank you to our panelists, Nijo and